Three most iconic quotes about nature. The third one is look deep into nature and then you will understand everything better. Look deep into nature and then you will understand everything better. This beautiful quote is from none other than Albert Einstein. Truly, truly beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous quote. Look deep into nature and then you will understand everything better. Truly beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous quote. And it's quite famous these days that, for example, the Fibonacci sequence is repeated in nature many, many times over. And so there's something to it, definitely, even when such a big mind like Albert Einstein says something like that. There's definitely a lot of inspiration to be drawn from nature. That's definitely for sure. Definitely for sure. And then the second most iconic quote about nature is the earth has music for those who listen. The earth has music for those who listen. From William Shakespeare. What a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous quote from him. What a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous quote from him. Uh, there is a, I don't know if I may talk about this, but there are obviously a lot of conspiracy theories. If you have read my blog, you know that I am quite interested in conspiracy theories. There are definitely a lot of fun, especially now with the release of the files, of the infamous files. A lot of people have been woken up to the fact that there is quite a bit of truth to certain conspiracies. And then there is a new one that I have heard about William Shakespeare, which is quite a little bit hilarious and humorous, like a fun. So that's why I want to include it in today's video. And the conspiracy says that William Shakespeare actually used to have a ghostwriter, which was a black woman. And a lot of his work was actually written by this um, young lady, young black woman who allegedly wrote a lot of his plays. It's a conspiracy theory, just quite, I don't know. I obviously have a hard time believing this, especially at that time. I would have hard time imagining that, at that time there was much less migration and if I'm not mistaken, at the time, the population was quite monolithic or monolithic. I believe is the term for basically where there is only one ethnic group. Uh, the huge majority, like 99%. Or something like that. I believe around that time it was only white people that live around Shakespeare, and so I would assume that it would be very hard for him to even meet a black person unless he was, visiting dogs or anything like that, where the circulation of people was a little bit higher. But obviously, there was much less diversity. That's what I'm trying to say, and so it is a little bit hard to imagine. Although obviously, it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. Like we have been witnessing, a lot of conspiracies have come true, and so it is quite plausible that that could have happened. It is quite a original and interesting conspiracy. Definitely, I am always saying that I believe every conspiracy at least 10%. At least 10%, I believe them, and so I believe this one at least 10% a little bit. Trying to be open-minded. So nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. And the first most iconic quote about nature is adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. And this beautiful quote is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. A beautiful, beautiful quote. I read about him on Google that he is actually a famous novelist and lecturer, if I'm not mistaken him. Yeah, I believe he is a novelist and lecturer from the 19th century. And yeah, he wrote several self-reflecting books, if I'm not mistaken. We might categorize some of his work as mm, maybe in today's vocabulary, we might even categorize some of his ideas as in the niche of self-improvement and self-help, although they probably wouldn't use these terms those days. But he was quite a bit of a thought leader. And with this being said, I might be in the video here, but the last thing that I wanna do is to introduce all of you to my beloved co-host and best bud, Mikey. Mikey, cutest boy. He's a little bit wet. He's a little bit dirty. We might have to clean him up because the snow is kind of melting and there is so much water, and as you might be able to notice it, but he's quite wet when it comes to his fur, and so I might have to clean it up later. Just a little bit annoying. He looks quite dirty, but anyway, it's not that big of a deal. Am I right? We love these little creatures. Okay, where is it? Oh, this is a big one. Are you catching it? I'm catching it. Oh my god. So cute. So cute. Guys, I will end it here. Make sure to check out my blog. It's absolutely amazing, unique, and everything you ever wanted. Also, make sure to check out the video here, there, and everywhere. And guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.